weeks ago. So I have no particular running order, but the first thing I want to present is just a clip from my second part of my Bangladesh series. Just a quick clip because I'm going to be taping the third part of that this coming weekend. And but the first two, and I'll put links in the description after I'm done blathering. The first two mostly were about the history that led us up to this point. By the way, people in Bangladesh, they regard 1971 with the same reverence that American patriots regard 1776 and that Zionists regard 1948. I mean, there are accounts on Twitter, the spirit of 71 and things like that. They are very, very, very deeply rooted in the revolution. And it was an amazing revolution to pull off. And I'm going to play a little clip that talks about how India perhaps overstated their role in it. I'll get to that in just a moment. Anyway, my guest, Sifula, he's amazing when it comes to the history, and he's given me and hopefully everybody watched a pretty good history of where we've been with Bangladesh. Where I want to go this weekend is where we are in Bangladesh, because I am seeing horrific videos on YouTube, on Twitter rather. There's horrible atrocities going on there right now on the people who just want to be free. They just want to govern themselves. They want to keep their language. They want to keep a secular state. They don't want to be under Sharia law. From everything I've heard, I'm not being ignorant or ignorant of the other side. I invite anybody who supports this person, Eunice, to message me on Twitter and let's have a conversation, but everything I'm hearing is that the Eunice is an unelected leader, or leader maybe is the wrong word, and this government, people in Bangladesh are not abiding by it. Anyway, let me share some of what got said a couple of weeks ago, and then I'll come back and I'll go into the rest of the blather. But here's a piece of my part 2 interview with Sifula. I hope I pronounce his name correctly. And
except the very first statement that he made, that India liberated Bangladesh. Yes, India did help us. India helped us immensely, tremendously. They housed and fed 10 million of our refugees for 9 months to a year, right? Like feeding, medicine, training of the freedom fighters. It takes money. And as US was on Pakistan's side, the world was not with India on that one. Right. So it was only the Russians. They helped some, yes, but it was mainly on India. And to offset that cost, Indians had an extra tax on their civilians up until 1981. So for 10 years, the Indian people, they paid a tax which they had to spend for Bangladesh's liberation. Yes, and we shall be eternally grateful to them. But that does not translate to that they have liberated us. 3 million of our people died. We fought. Our civilians, our farmers, our students, our factory workers, they took up arms. Yes, India trained them, but yes, we fought. Yes, India did join the war in very early December, 3rd of December, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, but that was basically formality, because Pakistan could not very well surrender to a guerrilla force separatist movement. So to save face, they attacked India on the western front, like on the western side of India. So India got involved, and 2 weeks later, they surrendered to the joint command of India and Bangladesh.
3 million souls, 3 million people died fighting for the freedom of the Bengali people back in 1971. Their blood need not have been spilled in vain. So anyway, I'll be taping another interview with Sifula over the weekend, and I'll have a version of that up hopefully by Monday. And again, and the reason I'm doing this, nobody's covering it. Nobody's covering it, not a single. If anybody has a clip from anybody on any major network or any major news show covering Bangladesh, please send me a link to my Twitter account, direct message UNG714, Ugly Nasty Guy 714. I want to hear from you. And as a matter of fact, if you have a clip that you'd like me to present on this show, if you have a story you'd like me to present, go ahead and send it to me at that address,